Alright, Cave Dweller. Apparently, in my struggle to get the bee out of my shoe, it stung me 2 additional times. So I got a total of 3 bee stings on top of my foot, and it really itches. Of course, the sting in my crotch itches too. And I'm being a little dramatic. It wasn't like on my schlong. It was just really going for the pain. Maximized pain is this bee's motto. I want to tell you what I did after the bee sting and after I tried to force an eviction on the nest of bees. I've yet to go back to see if that's worked. You're supposed to keep these things secret, but I'm telling you just because I want you to be aware of other ways of living with the natural world. Humans aren't, we're not the kings. We're not the landlords of the earth. We're just here with everybody trying to get along, and the interconnectivity between our human lives and all other life on earth is very complicated. We need everything, just as they need us, the spirits of plants and the spirits of animals. So, where was I? So on my way home, I see this crow in the street. It's been squashed by a car, and it was the super badass new giant moon, blew twice, and I'm like, it's a special full moon. I have to do a ceremony with this crow, so I get the crow and take it home in a paper bag. It smelled like grim death. And I harvested a whole bunch of feathers. Crow feathers. Crows are one of the most magical animals, and I love them. And they treat me indifferently. Okay, so I asked the crow to seek out opportunities for me and to fly away, take away this thing where I just never do anything. Put it in a fire. I burned it. I offered it up. All right, let me turn off the beeping for you. All right, so I burned it, and I asked it to do this, and I laid all the feathers that I harvested out on the walk next to the fire pit, and it was a windy night. The next day, I went down, and I looked at the feathers, what had happened to them, and I was going to divine the meaning, and the feathers had been blown towards the east. Prior to that, I had sent a text to my friend who's a musician and asked her to, in trade for a painting, if she would write me a theme song for my podcast. And she's interested in this painting. This is Sherman Panzer and Montgomery Blanc cross Styx Boulevard. And I said to her, okay, you're interested in that painting. Let's make a deal, Abby Jean. So after the crow visit, she's like, oh my God, it's so funny. I was just in a psilocybin ceremony in a holy forest in Portugal. And in it, I had a dream that you were on somebody else's podcast. And I woke up to this text message. I would love to do that. She lives in New York. So the feathers have blown east towards New York. That's my reading. What's your reading? I don't know. These synchronicities sort of follow me around. This happens to be a synchronicity that involves another person, which is intriguing.